Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
A Minnesota dad has a warning for you tonight after a lawn mowing accident landed his son in the hospital.
It happened at a rural home near Felton Saturday night. A 6-year-old boy was life-flighted to Fargo to take care of wounds on one of his legs.
Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley talked with the father, who says his son is a miracle.
Saturday night wasn't the first time Justin Vigasa told his young sons to be careful while he mowed the lawn, saying his riding mower was old and didn't have good brakes.
This little booger sneaked up behind me without me seeing, and of course Daddy didn't hear him either. And just as I was putting the lawnmower in reverse, then he ended up getting in the way of the lawnmower.
Vigasa says he felt the thud and knew immediately something wasn't right.
My heart dropped out of my shoes, and I was extremely scared for my son.
He says a helicopter picked 6-year-old Benjamin up from the Felton baseball diamond and brought him here to Sanford, where doctors say he'll likely be for at least another 2 weeks.
They think he's going to be able to walk and run like a normal boy. He's just going to have one really nasty scar on his calf.
Adding, despite the odds, Benjamin already has about 85% function of his foot and leg.
He can move his toes, he can spread his toes out, he can bend his foot forward and back.
And while Vigasa calls his son a miracle, he doesn't want any other parent to feel the way he does, urging you to over-communicate with your kids and to be extra careful every time you're out mowing.
I thought I was aware enough, and I thought they were out running around the front of the house, and here he was in the blink of an eye behind the lawnmower without me knowing. You never know.
In Clay County, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
And a GoFundMe page has been set up for Benjamin and his family. You can find the link on our VNL News app.
A 3-year-old girl has died after being pulled unconscious from Eagle Lake. We first told you about the incident on Friday after a viewer contacted us. Otter Tail County deputies have not released the identity of the girl. And take a look at this. That's from our Valley News Live photographer, who is on scene at 12th Avenue and 13th Street South in Moorhead. There you go. We don't have any information on the injuries to the driver of the SUV, but you can see that it hit that tree hard. We're also told that a bicyclist was struck, but was walking around the crash scene. And of course, we'll update this story online when we get more information.
Sure nice to see the higher humidity move out, leaving behind more comfortable weather. Let's toss it over to meteorologist Nathan Hopper, who's here with details on our Monday night conditions. Nathan?
Yeah, Mike, happy Monday. You're exactly right. Little humidity, temperatures seasonable for this time of year, and look at that beautiful shot from our Dakota Magic Casino Skycam there in the Hankinson area. Seeing some sunshine there on the fields and a little bit of a breeze. And yes, our satellite and radar does confirm that things are indeed crystal clear for us. We are watching, though, this area in northern Minnesota where there is some moisture associated with the Hudson Bay Low currently well off toward the north, but that's where we could still see a spotty shower here or there, but impacts from those look to be minimal. For our friends in our northern Minnesota neighborhoods, we expect to stay quiet for areas outside of northern Minnesota here for the rest of this evening. Temperatures in Badette 75 also in Roseau, 82 in Fargo, 81 Grand Forks. Fantastic conditions if you are heading out and about for your Monday. 87 the warm spot this hour for our friends in Aberdeen. Here's how things look if you are stepping out for your Monday evening in Fargo. Plenty of clear skies, cooling into those mid to lower 60s as we go toward the midnight hour. Plenty of clear sky on the menu for tonight. Now, of course, I'll let you guys know how long the quiet weather and the seasonable temperatures hang around coming up in a couple minutes.
All right, thanks, Nathan. Fargo leaders are set to take up the hot topic of mandated wearing of masks within the city. A couple of proposals are on the agenda for discussion, one requiring all people to wear a mask in any and all public settings. Valley News Team's Katie Opperly is live for us at City Hall with the very latest. Katie?
Andrea, right through these doors, city commissioners are discussing the possibility of a mask mandate in Fargo. There are two different options, the first being all-encompassing and the second a more targeted approach. The all-encompassing would require all people to wear masks in places like schools, businesses, and restaurants. The targeted approach would look at three separate things. The first being requiring masks for city employees. The second, supporting businesses that want to require masks by using law law enforcement, and the last requiring masks on places like public transportation. We will bring you all these updates as we listen to what commissioners have to say tonight, and we'll bring you those updates tonight on Valley News Live at 9 and 10. For now, reporting live in Fargo, Katie Opperly, Valley News Live.
All right, and again, as she said, we'll see you tonight at 9 and 10 for more information from the meeting. Thanks, Katie.
A staff member at a Fargo private school has tested positive for COVID-19. Parents got an email from the Dakota Montessori school yesterday and closed its doors today for a deep clean. In a written statement, the school says extra safety measures have been taken during these last 5 months to keep our staff and the children safe. As soon as we found out one person tested positive, we alerted the families and staff who were affected and shut our doors for cleaning and disinfecting.
North Dakota is reporting 112 new cases of COVID-19 within the state. There are now 1,058 active cases. That's a new record high. No new deaths have been linked to the illness, keeping the death toll at 99. 43 patients are currently hospitalized. Over 4,800 are listed as recovered. Minnesota is confirming 650 new cases, along with 2 new deaths linked to the illness. The death toll now sits at 1,576. There are 5,029 active cases. Over 45,000 patients are listed as recovered.
In Polk County, authorities are asking you to look out for someone impersonating a law enforcement officer. The person who reported it yesterday was traveling in the Canute Township when they saw an older style SUV on the road. That SUV made a U-turn and started following them. Then the driver noticed a red bubble light on the roof of the car, along with the red and blue flashing lights in the windshield. Well, the driver pulled over, and a white male described as being in his 50s or 60s, tall, skinny with a bald spot on the top of his head and gray hair, approached the vehicle. The man wore a mask and told the driver that they did nothing wrong and that he was making sure people are doing okay during the pandemic. The driver told the man that he needed to go and left without any issues. Now, if you have any information, contact the Polk County Sheriff's Office. And if you believe someone who isn't a law enforcement officer is trying to pull you over, call police.
The search continues tonight for a Barnes County inmate who's been missing since Friday. Del Eagle was on a work release Friday morning but didn't return that night. Eagle was convicted of sexual assault in 2007. If you have any information on where he is, go ahead and call the Barnes County Sheriff's Department, 845-8530.
A Cass County deputy is resigning following a social media investigation. Deputy Tori Holland stepped down from her position yesterday. Cass County Sheriff Jesse Johnner says Holland's resignation was a personal decision and not a result of further disciplinary action. She served as a correctional officer for the past 2 years.
One person was taken to a hospital for evaluation after being hit by a car in Jamestown. It happened around 11 this morning in the 200 block of 1st Avenue North. An investigator says the injured was walking but not in a crosswalk and was struck by a vehicle traveling on 1st Avenue North at a low speed. That accident is still under investigation.
Later on Valley News Live at 6, a hockey coach from the Northern Valley is under fire after receiving several complaints.
And here's that almanac for Fargo, seeing right about where we should be for this time of year. Luckily, about 23 degrees cooler than that record set back in 1988. We do have some more seasonable temperatures on the 7-day planner for us as we go through this week. We'll, of course, break down what you can expect coming up.